Hey guys, welcome to the 26th video of the playlist How to Use SolidWorks for Beginners. For those who are new to the channel, the link of the playlist is given in the description box below, or you can simply click on the I button which is present on the right top corner of your screen. In this video, we will be understanding how to use the lofted boss base feature. Okay. Now, whenever you want to make use of lofted boss base feature, it is mandatory that you have two different sketches on two different planes. Okay, I repeat myself again. Whenever you want to make use of the lofted boss base feature, then it is mandatory that you must have two different sketches on two different planes. Okay. Now, for those who do not know how to add planes, then I have already made a video on it. You can find the link of that video in the description box below. So first of all, let us create two different planes. So first of all, we are going to assume that top plane is our first plane. Let us make this plane visible. Can you see here show option? Click on it. Done. Now we are going to add one more plane parallel to the top plane. Okay. Now, so for that, I will go to insert. I'll go to reference geometry and click on plane. Now after this, I'm going to select my first reference as the top plane, and I'm going to add a plane at a distance of, let's say, 100 mm. Okay, done. So guys, this is my plane 1 and this is my top plane. Okay, so for lofted boss base, as I mentioned earlier, there must be at least two planes on two different sketches on two different planes. So we are having two different planes, and now we are going to create sketch on both the planes. Okay, so let us first create a sketch on the top plane. Select the top plane and go to sketch and click on sketch. Now after this thing is done, click on center rectangle. I'm just drawing any random sketch. Okay, and let us give the dimensions to it as well. Let's make the dimensions to be, let's say, 150, and here I want, let's say, 100. Done. Now after this is done, I'm now going to exit the sketch. So can you see, you have created a sketch on one plane, and on the plane number 1 you have to create another sketch. Okay, so let us create a sketch on this plane as well. So select this plane, again click on sketch, press Ctrl 8 so that the plane becomes perpendicular to our line of vision. Now after this, on this particular plane, I am going to create, let's say, a circle. Okay, and let's do the dimensions of this circle as well. Let's say that the dimensions be 100. Okay, done. So guys, now we are satisfying the minimum criteria to use the lofted boss base. What is the minimum criteria? The minimum criteria is that you must have at least two different planes, and on those two different planes there must be two different sketches present. Clear with this? Now after this thing is done, I will now go to features and I will select lofted boss base. And in this lofted boss base, now we will go to profiles. Now it is asking us to select the profiles. Now what is the meaning of profiles? Profiles is nothing but the sketch which we have drawn. So let us select the sketch. First of all, this is our first sketch, and this is, let's say, is our second sketch. Now as soon as you select both the sketch, can you see guys, SolidWorks has made a solid 3D model for us. Can you see? Let us have a look at it. Click on OK and see. This is how it is going to look like. Okay. Now here, as you can see, that we have only made use of two planes, but you can make use of more than two planes as well. For example, 3 planes, 4 planes, etc. So now let us make use of 3 planes. So for that, I am going to delete this feature. Right click on it and click on delete. Yes. Now after this, as I said, that we want to now make another plane, that is a third plane. So for that, I am going to go to insert, click on reference geometry, and then select on plane. And in my first reference, I am going to select this particular plane, and let's say it should be at an distance of 70. Done. Now click on OK. Now after this thing is done, now once our third plane is ready, it is now time for us to create a sketch on it as well. So select the plane and go to sketch and click on sketch. Now press Ctrl 8. Okay. Now after this, let us sketch a polygon. Okay. So let us sketch a polygon with 6 sides only. Okay. Done. Escape. Now let's make this horizontal. Add a relation horizontal here. Now let's give the dimensions to this polygon. Let's make it 60. Okay. Now once this is done, now I'm going to exit the sketch. Now as you can see guys, that we are having 3 different planes, and on those 3 different planes we are having 3 sketches present. Now again I will go to features, I will go to lofted boss base, then I will select the plane, the first plane, I will select the profile, that is your sketch, then I will select the second profile, and now I will select the third profile. Can you see now? Your sketch model is now ready, 3D model is now ready. Click on OK and see. So this is how your 3D model gets ready. Now suppose if you want to twist this 3D model, can you see this is a 3D model, and now suppose if you want to twist it, so how you can do that? So for that, go to your feature, loft feature, click on edit feature, and after this guys, can you observe these 3 green color dots that are present? See this first green color dot, the second green color dot, and the third green color dot. So what you have to do is that you just have to move those dots. Okay, so I select this particular dot and I will move it somewhat here. Now see, can you see? As soon as I moved it, it got twisted. Can you see? Now I'm going to select this particular dot and shift it over here. Can you see? As soon as I shifted to this point, it got twisted more. So this is how you can twist according to your need. Okay, now let's click on OK. See, can you see now how your model is looking? So now guys, we are going to understand the centerline parameter option available in the lofted boss base feature. And for that, you can see that I have cleared all the sketch and I'm only having 2 planes which are 150 mm apart. Okay, so the first job is that let's draw a sketch on them. So first of all, select the top plane, go to sketch, click on sketch. Okay, now after this, let's draw a center rectangle. Let's do the dimensions to it. Let's make it 80 by 50. Okay, so now as soon as the rectangle is done, I will exit the sketch. So as you can see that your rectangle is now ready. Now after this, let's sketch on this plane as well. Select this plane, go to sketch and press Ctrl 8 so that it becomes perpendicular to a line of vision. Now after that, again I'm going to draw a center rectangle. You can draw anything if you want. Now let's give the dimensions to it. Let's see the dimensions to be, let's say 100 by 40. Okay, done. So now guys, can you see that on both the planes we are having a sketch. Now after this thing is done, if you want to make use of the centerline parameter option, then you must have a path. Now why you must have a path, that you will understand shortly in next 1 to 2 minutes. Just have patience for it. So let's select a front plane, press Ctrl 8 and let's sketch a path on it. Okay, so for creating a path, I'm going to choose a spline here. Okay, I'm just drawing in a random spline. There is no particular reason behind why I'm drawing a spline. I'm just creating a random sketch, as simple as that. Okay, so as soon as the spline is done, I will now exit my sketch. Okay, done. Now guys, I will go to features, lofted boss base, and first of all it is asking us to select our profiles. So this is our first profile and this is our second profile. Okay, now guys, the problem here is that when we make use of the lofted boss base feature, SolidWorks makes a 3D model which follows a single particular direction only. Okay, it follows a single particular direction. But suppose if I want my 3D model to follow a curved path somewhat like this, then what I have to do? So for that I have to select center line parameters, and in that I will select the path that I have created. Okay, so can you see, as soon as I selected this path, now the 3D model that we are going to get is in a curved path that we have created. Okay, now once this is done, you can now click on OK. Can you see? So this is how you can make use of the center line parameter. Okay, now guys, let's delete this, and now let's hide this particular path as well. Okay, now after this, let us understand the thin feature available in the lofted boss base. So for that, again go to lofted boss base feature, select your profiles, first profile and the second profile. Okay, adjust this particular thing. Okay, still it is twisted. So okay, now can you see, now it has become straight. Okay, now in this, can you see that there is thin feature option available? So as soon as select the thin feature option, it is asking us whether you want your thickness to be in one particular direction, or you want it in a mid plane or in two directions. So let us understand one by one. So if you select one direction, then what happens is that, see, this is your sketch and thickness will be on one side of it. Either it will be outside of the sketch, or if you select reverse direction, then it will be inside. See, this is your sketch and now your thickness has become inside. Okay, you can define how much thickness you want. Suppose if you want 2 mm, can you see, now it has become more thick. Now what is the mid plane option available? So if you select mid plane option, then can you see, this is your sketch, and whatever thickness you give, the sketch is going to remain in between only. The thickness is going to get distributed evenly on inside the sketch and the outside of the sketch as well. Suppose if you select two directions, now in two directions, see, in the first direction your sketch will get have a thickness in an outside direction, and in the second direction, suppose, see, if I make it 3, you will observe that the thickness will now increase inside. Okay, enter. See, now can you see the thickness has increased and it has got increased inside. So this is how your thin feature works in the lofted boss base. Okay, now after this, let us understand the guide curves. Now what is guide curves? So for that, let us delete this particular feature. Okay, now, so guys, I think that before understanding guide curves, let us understand start and end tangency, because that is much more easier as compared to guide curves. Okay, so let us select the lofted boss base feature, and now in this, guys, first of all select your profiles as usual. Yeah. Now in this, can you see that there is start and end constraints option available? So in this start constraint, now what is a start constraint? Start constraint is nothing but the starting sketch. See, sketch number 7, which is sketch number 7. See, this particular sketch is a sketch number 7. So here your start constraint is going to get applied. So when you select on start constraint, it is having certain options, whether you want the constraint in particular direction vector or normal to profile. So if I select normal to profile, then can you see what is happening here is that, see, observe carefully. First of all, I will deselect this, then you can observe it. Let me make it none. Okay, so this is your normal 3D model, but as soon as you select normal to profile, then what is happening is that, can you see here, at the starting of the profile, the 3D model will be perpendicular, or you can say normal to the sketch. I repeat myself again. When the sketch starts, when the 3D model starts from the sketch, at that point the 3D model is going to be normal, somewhat normal. Can you see, it is initially it is straight and then it forms a curve. Can you see, at the bottom it is straight and then it forms a curve. Okay, so at the start it is going to remain tangential, or you can say normal. My bad, not tangential, it will remain normal. In the start it is perpendicular, it will remain normal. Okay, and then it is going to form a curved path. But if you do not select this, if you select none, then see, from the start itself you can observe that it is slant. So this is the difference. Okay, now if you select end constraint, and then in the end constraint, of course the constraint is going to apply to this particular sketch because this is our end sketch. Okay, so can you see what has happened here exactly? I've deselected this, so let me select this again. Okay, now can you see, just adjust this again. Okay, done. Now if you select end constraint, then this is your sketch number 8. This is your end sketch. So if you apply normal to profile, then can you see, now to the top sketch your 3D model will be slightly perpendicular in the start. Okay, here you can define the degrees, and here you can define the end tangent length as well. Okay, so this is how you can make use of the start and end constraints. Okay, now let's make it none and click on OK. Now guys, let us delete this loft feature, and now we are going to understand the guide curves option available in the lofted boss base. So right click on it and just click on delete. Okay, now after this, just similar to the center line option that we used just now, we created a path. Same, we have to create a guide curve now. So for that, let us create a guide curve and let us select the front plane, press Ctrl 8, and let us create a guide curve here. So you can create curves according to your need, but I am just going to show you 2 curves here. So let us create on click on sketch, click on spline, and let us create the curves here. So starting from this particular thing, see how I am drawing the curve. Okay, escape. Now after this, I will create one more guide curve. Okay, done. Now once this is done, I will now exit the sketch. Okay, now I will go to features, go to lofted boss base, and in this, first of all, select your profiles. This is my first profile, this is my second profile. Now observe what happens when I select the guide curves. Go to guide curves and select the curve that you want. So if I select this particular curve, click on done. So can you see, as soon as I selected the curve, the 3D model is going to stick to the curve. It gets stick to the curve. Suppose if I select one more curve, suppose I select this particular curve, click on OK. Can you see, now it gets stick to this particular curve. Okay, so it is going to adjust its shape according to the curve that you have sketched. Okay, the curves are basically going to guide your 3D model how to take a particular shape. Okay, done. Click on OK. Can you see? So this is how your guide curve is going to help you. So guys, now let us understand the curvature display available in the lofted boss base feature. So for that, simply right click on it, click on edit feature, and now you can see in the curvature display there is mesh preview available. Then there are zebra strips available. Can you see? And there is curvature comps available as well. Okay, so if you require them, then you can make use of them, but these are mostly required when you use ANSYS software. Okay, so over there you require these particular things. Okay, so guys, I hope that you have understood how to use the lofted boss base feature. In the upcoming videos, we will practice the 3D models which require lofted boss base feature, so that you will become more confident on how to use a lofted boss base feature. So guys, I hope that you like this video. Then please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and go check out other SolidWorks videos on my channel. They might be helpful for you guys. Thank you for watching this particular video.